Beautiful women, handsome men, big white beds, day, night, and a room. You can do anything. No one cares what you do. If you stay here for 50 days, and you'll win a $30 million prize, even to help couples reconcile their relationship. The system even gives you a new girlfriend at random. Can you complete the challenge? Sounds easy enough. Then you can take a look at this couple. When they first came in, everything looked new to them. It's only 50 days. They've thought about how they're going to spend their money. During the day, they look around. They found that apart from food and drink, Wi-Fi, mobile phones and computers were not available. And apart from the toilets, there were cameras everywhere. What's worse is that two people can't enter the toilet at the same time. If they really want to do something, there's nowhere to go. On the first day, according to the rules, lights out at 10 p.m. sharp, the two of them went to sleep together. Jack rolled over and put his arms around his wife and tried to sleep with her. He also said it was dark at night. The camera couldn't see. I don't think people will like this part. Let's skip to the next part. When the time came the next morning, lights on at 6 a.m. sharp. After a quick wash up, the two of us decided to have some fun. Hand clapping, hide and seek, push-ups, meditation lights, etc. They did a bunch of projects. They barely made it through to the end of the next day. There were so many things they could have done, but away from their electronic devices. For the first time they realized how boring the day could be. It was only the third day. Jack was already thinking of giving up. Oh, my God. $30 million. My good husband. I don't know if Susan loves money or people, but when Jack heard it, he was right. He turned around and decided to continue. It was the 25th day they had been trapped in the chamber. Apart from the basic necessities of life, there was nothing else, not to mention Wi-Fi, mobile phones, video games. These are just a luxury. Jack's condition shows. His beard and hair have been unkempt for a long time. He's also become lifeless. He's almost giving up, despite Susan's repeated pleasures. But he can't handle the pressure. Not to mention the $5 million. He wouldn't have been able to spend it even if he had been given it. Until the 27th day, a cockroach appeared in the secret room. It was like Jack had found joy in seeing it. He fed and played with it. He almost became a brother to the cockroach. At this point, a reminder: food should only be used by himself. He was afraid the cockroach would starve to death. Jack even tried to let it out. But if they don't open the door, he can't get out. If they open the door, they will lose the challenge. As they argued, Susan accidentally stepped on the cockroach and killed it. I don't know if she did or not, but at least they don't have to fight. But by the look on their faces, they were clearly not happy. And so the conflict begins. What's going to happen next? To make it up to her boyfriend, Susan decides to reward him with $1 million in prize money for a random gift. Luckily, it's a crayon. Jack happens to be a painter. Looking at the paintings on the wall made him feel good. It was only Susan who had to do his dirty laundry again. It was quickly approaching day 28. The organizers had arranged a random link-up. Seeing his ex-girlfriend, Jack laughed heartlessly, and he made a pact with her that when he got out, they ate Michelin food together. He didn't even see the jealous look on Susan's face. And when it came to Susan, there was her father, who had broken off the relationship with her. The second she saw him, she immediately lost her temper. She hid behind a wall and cried. She didn't even get out of bed for days because of it. She didn't want to eat and couldn't eat anything. To calm her down, Jack went to the wall and bought a random gift for the $6 million prize. Little did he know, this time it was a woman. We all know what she does, not to mention appease her. It's impossible to get Susan to stop being angry. 2 women, 1 man, 1 bed. Where should they sleep? He chose to sleep on the left side so as not to offend his girlfriend. He lets Susan and Lily sleep next to each other. She's a whore. What a prize! Jack scratches his head in anger. Day 19. When she woke up, Susan thought the whore had disappeared, but she never expected. She had gone to the bathroom to take a shower. She turned her head again to see. The wall still said something about Jack being great and Zoxo. Did something happen to them last night? What the fuck? Despite Jack's repeated assurances that they were innocent, but her pent-up emotions began to flare. They started arguing again. And what's more, coincidentally, when they went into the bathroom and opened the door, there was a gun. It seems that the organizers are deliberately escalating the conflict. Although they restrained themselves and threw the gun under the bed, but they couldn't escape a brawl. When Susan pushed hard, Jack accidentally bumped into it. Jack said he wanted to go out and see a doctor. The organizers did not support this decision at all, unless they withdrew from the race. With 15 days to go, Susan wanted him to hold out a little longer. But I'll never get out of here if I have to. And so Jack and Susan broke up. He chose to go to the doctor. But the second before he pressed the button, Susan raised her gun. in the face of money. Is our 7-year relationship worth nothing? The two men were speechless at that moment, and that was the end of their relationship. No matter how it ends, this couple is no longer a couple, and in the time he was gone, she also regretted why she hadn't chosen to trust him. Instead, she lost out on money. In the midst of endless sorrow, she couldn't bear it. She chose the last day to walk up to the button. Would she have pushed it? I don't think so. Just years later, Susan's neighborhood, there was somehow an anonymous gift of a welfare home.